Welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who just spent his life savings to buy the aluminum sword that Patrick Swayze used in Steel Dawn. It's Adam Hodgins.
Well, I had to do my bit so I could get that band out of the DJ booth at the radio station. They were holding them hostage there, so that was what the ransom was they wanted an aluminum sword from Steel Dawn. So you got to do your bit for King and Country.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I appreciate you doing your bit so that my bit works.
No, and that's really what it's about, right?
And we're on a super in-joke right now.
We are 2 podcasts deep into an in-joke.
So we did a podcast about Steel Dawn, the Patrick Swayze ripoff.
Classic.
Mad Max ripoff.
Classic.
Featuring the greatest punch ever by a sand person, right?
Yes.
Greatest punch.
100%.
I mean, He wallops Swayze in that. Then, sorry, go for it.
I was going to say, I guarantee it was one of those things where it's like, oh, he really punched him, but just leave it in the movie.
Yeah, he was unconscious for a couple hours and they had to resume a couple weeks later. And then I recently did an Airheads pod with Jay Cluett, and we said, what would we want if we were holding a radio station? What would the name of our band be, Adam, if we're holding a radio station hostage? So
my go-to joke, like the bit I always do, is when anybody says anything that could be a band name, I always just say, oh, that was the name of my high school metal band.
Nice.
And so the most recent one was yesterday. I was having a kind of a serious conversation with a friend of mine, and he's like, when someone plants these seeds of doubt, and I was like, that was the name of my high school metal band, Seeds of Doubt. So I think our band for this day would be Seeds of Doubt.
I like it. I was going to pick, like, you and I are a 2-person band, like the Japan Droids. And our name is Rick, Bobby, Steve, Jay, Debbie, Ricky, and the What You Wants.
I can get behind that.
It's just the 2 of us.
Yeah, I always also wanted to have a band
Seeds
called
of Doubt.
Seeds of Doubt's good. I also really wanted to have a band called No Cash Value, so all of our tickets would say No Cash Value.
Oh, that's a good bit. I like Seeds of Doubt is so 90s, and Airheads was 90s, and we would just, one of those songs. We would rip off Better Man and just call it like Good Dude.
Good Dude.
Can't find a good dude.
Another band bit I thought would be cool to do is call your band reunion tour.
Yeah.
So every tour was the reunion tour.
Reunion tour.
But if you kept your ticket stub from the original any concert you saw, when we eventually did a reunion tour, you'd get in for free.
Oh my gosh. Like a real reunion tour.
Yeah, like 20 years later, if you kept your ticket stub, in for free.
So basically, we tour we tour for a year, we cut an album over a year, then we tour for a year. So we're on the road for a year, off the road for a year, 2 years, and then we get back on the road. So if there's a gap between 5 years, then you can come. That's a reunion show almost.
That's a reunion show.
I like it. I want to do the album cover of Seeds of Doubt. I would be looking like Mike Myers from So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yep.
I don't know why, but then I would sing really, really grungy.
Right. And I would be in the background holding a guitar, but very blurry.
No, you and I are like, we're a team. I'm not saying I'm the lead singer here.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, they think it's me, but there's some seeds of doubt. That's who the guitar player is.
Well, the name of our songs need to be like, Will They Be There?
Right.
Like, what's going to happen?
Does she love me?
I'm pretty sure, but someone said something the other day and just eating at me.
Can I trust her? Like, just like.
Can I trust her?
Oh, that's it. That's the Pearl Jam song. Better Man is. Can I trust her? And it's just that real guttural.
You do it better than I do.
Ah.
I'll be the drummer.
It's just, I like how you went from charismatic lead singer to like, I'll be the drummer. Like just.
But I want to be the drummer that makes a big deal. So there's very, very chill drummers, right? But then there's the drummers like Lars from Metallica and, just big drummers. And so I would be the drummer. This sounds very random, but I would be the drummer from Coldplay who also sings backup.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
And so it's like, this guy's a drummer, but he also sings backup. He's an enigma.
So the drummer, or in the church, right?
One of our drummers?
No, so
I know.
My job is I like kind of run the music at a church. And so I have 4 drummers that I kind of cycle through. And one of them is this older guy named Wally, and he's awesome, but he also sings as he drums.
Nice.
Yeah. So like I live your dream every 4th week.
I mean, so how does he do it?
Amazingly, he just drums and he brings the microphone stand over and like booms it over and he just like sings away.
Man, that seems really hard, dude. I wouldn't be the drummer. I would be the rhythm guitarist.
Oh yeah. I can get behind that. I've been that guy a number of times.
I just keep moving myself
I think the rhythm guitarist is the guy who can look the coolest with doing the least amount of effort.
Yeah, you're right. And everyone's just like, that guy's cool, but I'm just sort of chill. And I miss... No, wait.
No, 100%.
Or would I be the Dave Grohl?
Ooh.
What do you think?
Yeah.
This is going really... We're really pushing seeds of doubt here. You're pushing a lot of doubt into my mind about where I should be.
I think what we should do is the Seeds of Doubt should be a 90s band version of like the Everly Brothers, where it's 2 frontmen. And then town to town, we hire a backing band.
Ooh.
We send them our music ahead of time, and we just say we need a drummer, a bassist, and a keyboard player. And every town we go to, it's kind of like Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
When you go and there'd be like a pick up a band.
Oh my gosh.
That would be our Seeds of Doubt. Because we doubt, like we think there's going to be a band there, but there's always some seeds of doubt that there won't be.
Yeah, and we don't trust other bandmates because they've left us.
Exactly.
Now, this is going to sound weird, but I think at the beginning and the end of the show, I think you would be much better at saying hello Cleveland and goodbye Cleveland or wherever we're at than I would be. I think you would do it more earnestly, and I would
I would just be like a genuine, how are you doing, Cleveland?
Like you would care. I would just...
Yes.
I'd be like, hey, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Good, whatever.
I would be like, I would say, like, hello, Cleveland. And you would be like, where's the guy with our check? Like, that would be, you would be very concerned about the payday.
Yep. The majority of the stuff on our rider was not here.
Right. Did I tell you that my favorite thing in the world is John Tesh's rider?
No, what's John Tesh's rider?
He's got a bunch of stuff in it, but one of the things he has is he wants a 1985 LJ-in rubber wrestling action figure on his table in his dressing room at every show.
That's amazing. Now, that's because he wants people to read his rider, correct?
Exactly. Exactly. He isn't even a wrestling fan, but he's just like, that proves to me that they read all the fine print.
Now, what I would do is I would pretend that's what I want, but I would want everything.
Right. No, exactly. Like I would like a Criterion DVD copy of Deep Blue Sea in every show we go to, in case we forget to bring our copy of Deep Blue Sea.
I mean, things happen. You got to watch it more than once.
So that would be, I think, for Seeds of Doubt. You know how there's like the meet and greet and the VIP passes?
Yeah.
We would sell 50 VIP passes for every show, and those people get to come after the concert and watch Deep Blue Sea with us in the back room.
And just no one gets to talk. We just get to make comments.
No. Yeah, we do a running commentary of it. We'll get like our bits down because it's every night we're doing it.
Yeah. But if someone says something during the movie that's funnier than ours, they're out.
Yeah, we don't need that nonsense.
Yeah.
We don't need that nonsense. But what I think would happen is what I would do on your birthday, without telling you, is because by the time we come around to your birthday, we're huge. Like we're big deals. I would make sure Thomas Jane and LL Cool J were in the VIP section for your birthday.
Oh, wow. That'd be amazing. And then we'd cover Deepest Bluest.
We'd cover Deepest Bluest.
I feel like for your birthday, I would probably remember the day before or the day of, and I'd just give you something on the bus that was on the bus already, but was mine. Like
you're eating a pizza and you're like, hey, man, I bought you half a pizza.
Here's half my stuffed crust.
Right?
It's from yesterday.
Okay. Question, because I had an enigma happen to me last week.
Uh-oh.
So we were finishing up church, and then we were like talking about what we were going to do. So we had some friends over, and they said, we'll just get some pizza. And we're okay. So I was like taking pizza orders, and I'm like, I'm going to get stuffed crust because it's so good. And my friend was like, what are you, 8 years old? You eat the stuffed crust pizza? Like it was it was like the Happy Meal of pizzas. He was talking to me like, do you think stuffed crust is a children's only thing?
So I don't want to. No, I don't. And I think it's interesting how angry your friend was. I think that says more about him as it does your pizza. Because his reaction seems very angry.
Yeah, no, it's so I get there's a place that does stuffed crust and they put like the garlic sauce and the Parmesan on it.
They have like pretzel bread now, and they have the weird nacho bread. Like put the cheese in the crust. It's cool.
Yeah. Come on, man, get off my back. I was like, have I been doing this wrong all my life? Like, am I the adult at lunchtime with a juice box? Is like that who I've become? And no, I understand that you would agree that stuffed crust is the way to go.
I think adults order what they want because they're not worried about what other people think.
Right.
And they stand by it. But you're getting seeds of doubt in your brain.
Getting seeds of doubt in my brain.
Can I tell you something about these movies that we're talking about tonight?
Oh, right. We're talking about movies tonight.
So in 95, when I heard about Judge Dredd being made with Sylvester Stallone, I sat down and my mom was sitting down and I had my Premiere magazine. I looked her in the eyes and I said, Mom, they got this Judge Dredd going movie and it's based on the comics. And I just really hope that they cast Armand Assante as the bad guy in Judge Dredd. And boy, did they.
Boy, did they. Wow. Wow. You called that. Young Mark Hoffmeyer was like, you know what's going to be the best possible outcome for this?
The Assante.
That's incredible.
I said it. And then when I saw it in 96, I said, boy, I'm not going to admit it, but I was wrong.
Yeah, no. And you know what? I think that everybody, when they saw it, was like, you know what? Like, I'm talking the director, I'm talking Stallone. Everybody was like, you know what? I was wrong.
So I really wanted to message you about this today, but I couldn't because, we probably would have gotten into an hour-long tangent about something else and I would have missed the class that I'm teaching. I watched the movie, right? And I was like, I kind of want to watch it again just to get it fresh in my mind, but I didn't have time today. So my drive to work in the morning is about an hour 15, drive back's about an hour 15. So I put it on my phone, put on the Bluetooth in my car. I wasn't looking at it. Put the phone to the side, and I just listened to Judge Dredd on my drive to and fro work. Right?
Yeah.
My gosh, man. All right. So have I ever really like? I'm not gonna hate on a movie. All right. So this movie was written by Steven D'Souza, the guy who he wrote Die Hard. He wrote Commando, Running Man. He wrote Die Hard 2. But the movie.
Before we go any further, I want to say you and I do not hate on movies.
No, we do not.
However, this podcast, this episode is not a single movie podcast. It's about a movie and a remake.
Yeah.
So I think there is a little bit of leeway to be like, this original version of the movie maybe didn't hit the mark that a next version of it hit.
And I gotta tell you. I'll get to Dredd later. I'll finish my thought here because then we'll go off on another tangent and then talk about cheesy bread. So,
right.
D'Souza, he hit his stride, and I think maybe he became too enamored with his own writing. Mm-hmm. And he wrote Beverly Hills Cop 3, then he wrote Hudson Hawk, then he wrote Street Fighter, and it was finished off with Judge Dredd. And now, the director Danny Cannon, who on the set wanted it to be more action-oriented, Sylvester Stallone wanted to be more comedic. In its essence.
Because that's his strong suit.
Yes, exactly. Demolition Man was funny because of Snipes and there were jokes. So right. Demolition Man is a funny movie. There was
comedy around Stallone in that movie.
This is a movie with comedy bits thrown in. So I think D'Souza was just really enamored with his writing because there's parts in this movie where, hey, bar breath. And I'm listening to this dialogue where he's like, you save people so that the world is saved. I kill people so the world is killed. There's a scene in Judge Dredd. So I'm listening. It's really interesting listening to movies like a podcast. There's a scene where, hey, so Dredd and Schneider Fergie need to get back into the city. Judge Dredd goes, there's a tunnel, and twice a minute, big flames spurt out of it, which means we have 30 seconds fire, then 30 seconds